dais, kindly felicitate our today's esteemed guest, Ms. Lisipriya Kangujam. She is youngest environmentalist. I request Dr. Sunil George and dignitaries present on the dais kindly felicitate Ms. Lisipriya Kangujam. She is a youngest environmentalist. She is from Manipur. Let us have a big round of applause, my dear friends. She is just 12 years resolute girl. She is fighting for the nature. She is fighting for the Mother Earth. And we are going to hear her words of wisdom shortly. It's a unique moment, my dear friends. Let us have a big round of applause once again. Followed with, I request George sir and dignitaries present on the dais kindly felicitate Ms. Diksha Dinde. She is disability justice advocate from Pune. Thank you, Ms. Diksha, for gracing this occasion. Session that is awakening the phoenix within. She has started a movement, that is child movement, and actively advocates for fossil fuel divestment. So I request technical team kindly play an introductory film on life and work of Ms. Lisipriya Kangujam. Over to technical team.
Lisipriya Kangujam is a resolute 12-year-old climate activist from India. Her courageous stand at COP28 in Dubai made headlines when she was forcibly removed from the conference after staging a spontaneous protest demanding immediate action on fossil fuels. Chanting, "Leaders lie, people die, act now," Kangujam's protest drew both applause and swift ejection by UN security, who revoked her delegate badge. Undeterred, she condemned the action as a violation of child rights and reaffirmed her commitment to representing children affected by climate change. Motivated by her experiences with climate impact in India, Kangujam founded the Child Movement and actively advocates for fossil fuel divestment. We warmly welcome Lisipriya Kangujam.
Thank you, technical team. I request Ms. Lisipriya kindly address the gathering. Over to you.
खृमजरी नमस्ते सभी को। मेरा नाम लिसिप्रिया कंगुजम है। मैं 12 साल की एक पर्यावरण कार्यकर्ता हूँ and I belong to the Meitei tribe of Northeast India. I'm studying in grade 7 in Prometheus School, Noida, and I'm fighting to save our planet and our future. I'm the founder of the Child Movement. I'm also the special envoy for the President of Timor-Leste. I'm representing here the voice of the millions of children of the world and the countless and voiceless animals. You see, मैं मणिपुर में born हुई हूँ। मेरा जन्म मणिपुर में हुआ है, जो कि छोटा सा north eastern state of India है. It's a small carbon negative state of India with full of lush green mountains and alluring atmosphere, with full of rich biodiversity. But वो rich biodiversity, वो सारे alluring beautiful atmosphere सारा खत्म हो गया. All those rich biodiversity hotspots have become into climate hotspots now. Right now, you may know or not, my state Manipur is on fire. वो भी जल रहा है. Many illegal immigrants, the other community Kukis, are doing massive deforestation to plant the poppy seeds, the poppy plants. And to this, we're facing intense flash floods, massive hailstorms, and many people have lost their lives, and many children like me are out of school. My people of Manipur, we the Meitei people, in our own state, we're living like refugees. We're living in relief camps. Children can't even go to school. Any which ways, मैं भुवनेश्वर ओडिशा में मैं grew up हुई, and my life was hit by Cyclone Titli in 2018 and Cyclone Fani in 2019. So during those cyclones, मैंने अपने खुद के आँखों के सामने देखा. I was really scared to see children losing their parents, people losing their homes, people were losing their lives. It had a big impact on me, on the people of Odisha. I couldn't drink, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't even take my food. And then I moved to Delhi in 2019. And फिर से मेरा life पूरा messed up हो गया due to the intense high air pollution and the high heat waves crisis in Delhi. So all such incidents जो मैंने अपने बचपन के life में face किया, अभी भी face कर रही हूँ, it turned me into a child climate activist. Children are dying due to high air pollution level and intense heat wave crisis in Delhi. Children are dying due to war in Ukraine and Palestine. Children are dying due to flash floods in Manipur. And children are out of school to fetch water from a very long distance in my own village. You see, millions of children like me are losing their lives, losing their parents and their homes due to climate disasters. And sacrificing the lives of these millions of innocent, vulnerable children for the failures of our leaders is unacceptable at any cost. Well, you see, instead of spending billions of dollars on wars, instead of spending lakho crore on wars, if we spend it on ending poverty, giving education, and fighting climate change, then imagine what a wonderful place our earth would be. It's time for the rich nations to pay for the loss and damage now to the global south, to countries like us. Today's global climate crisis that we're facing is caused by the rich nations, and we are just paying the price of it. We deserve climate justice now, and there will be no climate justice without climate finance. We need the money now. Latest IPCC report clearly says that, clearly mentions that, वो बोल रहे हैं कि climate change is caused by human activities. But it's really caused by our leaders due to lack of political will. It's caused by them. They're not taking any action, they're not listening to our voices. You see, मैं, who is a 7th grader, who is just 12 years old, why am I coming out on the streets? Why am I speaking like this? I shouldn't. I should be enjoying my beautiful childhood life. But instead of that, I'm here speaking to all of you. I'm shouting out to our leaders that you must take climate action. Why? Because they're doing absolutely nothing for it. They have destroyed my beautiful childhood life, our beautiful childhood life. And this is unacceptable at any cost. I have a dream where there are more bicycles on roads instead of more motor vehicles. I have a dream where there is no coal power plants and thermal power plants and is replaced by clean renewable energies. I have a dream where all the children living in this world have the basic rights to clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, and clean planet to live. And asking clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, or clean planet to live is all our basic rights. Our leaders still don't panic about the climate crisis. What they panic is throwing a tomato soup on a sunflower art. and arresting and silencing the voice of these indigenous and climate right activists who are defending our planet. Remember, there is no value of an expensive art, luxurious car, a beautiful home, or a lot of money on a dead planet. If there is no nature, then there will be no food. If there is no nature, then there will be no growth. If there is no nature, then there will be no security. And if there is no nature, then there will be no future for us. You see, my country, India, our country, India, Hamara Bharat, is facing loads of environmental issues such as floods, droughts, heat waves, cyclones, locusts, air pollution, forest fire, etc. at the same time. And we're also facing this big global issue called the global plastic pollution crisis. Let me ask you guys one question. मैं आप सबको एक question पूछती हूँ. Do you think plastic is a good product or bad product? Do you think plastic is good or bad? What do you think, bad or good? What is plastic? Plastic is good or bad? What do you think, audience? Bad? अच्छा है या बुरा है? सुनाई नहीं दे रहा? बुरा? Yes? But let me tell you, plastic एक बहुत अच्छा product है ना? It's a part of life. We can't survive without plastic, to be honest. हमारे घर का material, जो भी craft items हो, fan हो, refrigerators हो, वो सब कुछ plastic से ही बना है. We rely on plastic so much, it has become a part of our life, है ना? But किसने उसे गंदा प्रोडक्ट बनाया? जैसे आप सबने बोला, प्लास्टिक एक बहुत गंदा प्रोडक्ट है, बहुत घटिया प्रोडक्ट है. But किसने उसे गंदा बनाया? We the humans, we are responsible for it. We don't know how to, properly dispose it. हमें नहीं पता कि प्लास्टिक को, हमारे प्लास्टिक बॉटल हो या पॉलिथीन हो, हम कैसे कहाँ पे फेंकेंगे. जो भी हम हर दिन का स्नैक्स खाते हैं, चिप्स हो, आइसक्रीम हो, भी गर्मी में हम कहाँ पे फेंकते हैं? हम सड़क में फेंकते हैं. We throw it in our nearby streets, oceans, rivers, landfills, etc. We don't throw it in a place called dustbin. डस्टबिन क्यों है? थ्रो करने के लिए ना. तो वी शुड थ्रो इट इन द प्रॉपर वेस्ट डिस्पोजल एरिया इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट थ्रोइंग इट एनीवेयर. तो प्लास्टिक को किसने गंदा बनाया? हम सभी ने. सो वी मस्ट चेंज आवर बिहेवियर इन ऑर्डर टू सेव आवर प्लैनेट. इसलिए आई एम रेजिंग माई वॉइस टू बैन प्लास्टिक एज सून एज पॉसिबल. You see, climate change problem is not only for me or for you guys or for anybody else. Climate change problem is for every single person living in this world. Each and every child living in this country, living in this world, are already the victims of today's global climate crisis. My generation is already the victims of today's climate crisis. And I don't want my future generations to face the same consequences again because of our leaders' inaction and empty false promises. So far, I have planted over 350,000 trees across हमारे देश भारत में through my initiative called Monday for Mother Nature. जिसमें हम trees उगाते हैं every Monday, every week में, with the mission to plant 1 million trees every year. I have a good news for everyone that Delhi University made compulsory for every student there to plant minimum 1 tree every year to pass their final examinations. How great does that sound? Yep. So I hope this happens in MIT too, right? Because planting trees is the ultimate solution to fighting climate change. And if there's rule like that, we don't want to fail our exams, na? हमें fail नहीं करना, तो पेड़ उगाना चाहिए. And many states in India have started teaching climate education as a mandatory subject in every school education curriculum. Next slide. So I received letter from the Rajasthan and Gujarat government that they will be including climate education as a mandatory subject in their school education curriculum. So we have already started teaching climate education as a mandatory subject in the school education curriculum. So that's a big change. And now many European countries and USA, America ने भी start कर लिया climate education. On 18th of October, on 15th of October 2020, आप सभी को राष्ट्रपति भवन पता है ना? I spent a night protesting there. Why, you ask me? To enact a new law to curb Delhi's high air pollution level. मैं दिल्ली से पुणे आई हूँ. I'm living there. My education is there, and we have to wear mask every day. As a school student, I go to school every day. मैं जाती हूँ school, and we can't even breathe properly. हम सांस अच्छे से भी नहीं ले पा रहे हैं, हमारे घर के अंदर में भी. So imagine how much we are facing, we the school children, हम जैसे बच्चे लोग. We're facing the consequences of it, even though we haven't caused it. So on 18th of October, because of protesting, I was detained by the Delhi police. And then the good news is finally guys, the President of India, on 28th of October 2020, he signed an ordinance to curb Delhi's high air pollution level. That is a big change that we have brought together. And I have started the world's, in June 2022, 2 years back, मैंने एक खुद का project start किया है, which is known as the Plastic Money Shop. So जब आप Plastic Money Shop के बारे में सुनते हो तो क्या लगता है? पैसे के बारे में, प्लास्टिक के बारे में, है ना? तो in Plastic Money Shop क्या होता है मेरे project में? People come up to me and they give me the single-use plastic waste, and in return, I give them free rice, stationery items, or a plant sapling. And then after collecting all the single-use plastic waste, I again recycle them into school benches, desks, etc. Also into house roof sheets, tiles, and a lot more. So the mission of this project of mine is to eliminate every single-use plastic from our planet. It also stops the single-use plastic waste from reaching our oceans, streets, landfills, etc. Dekho, it has also, you see, you all know Taj Mahal, you know? Taj Mahal pata hai na? It is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And I protested there. I protested in front of the Parliament House of India because of the plastic pollution there. I protested in front of the Taj Mahal with a banner writing, "Behind the beauty of Taj Mahal is plastic pollution." The picture gone viral in the social media, and the plastic pollution around the Taj Mahal was cleaned within the next day, within 24 hours. And the authority was also fined rupees 1 lakh. They're responsible for it, so yeah, they have to pay up for it too. And you may have seen the viral video of me last year in Dubai for the United Nations Climate Conference in COP28. Well, I disrupted this high-level session where सारे world के countries के prime minister, president वहाँ पे discussion कर रहे थे. But I disrupted that. I protested there with my banner. With a banner writing, "End the fossil fuel era now." So, I was doing that out of frustration. Kuki, our COP28, that event, was a complete failure. They were not listening to our voice, and out of frustration, मैं गुस्सा हो गई, so I just did that. And then, the COP was extended, वो event was extended for 2 days. And जो भी Prime Minister President जो मेरी बात नहीं सुन रहे थे, मेरे protest के बाद, they all agreed. All the world leaders, all the Prime Minister Presidents who are a part of UN agreed to end the fossil fuels era. So no country will be able to use the fossil fuels such as coal, oil and gas after the year of 2050. The clean renewable sources of energy will also be doubled by the year of 2030. This is the change that I have brought just a 12 years old student, just a 12 years old girl child. When I started my movement, I was alone, मैं अकेली थी. But today, I have thousands of love and support across the globe. You know, as a climate activist, I also face a lot of criticism, lots of cyberbullying, false propaganda, hate, abuse, and a lot more of stuff. But I don't care about all that stuff. I just do my own work, continue all of it. That's how I do it. And so far, I have attended over 400 institutions and platforms in over 40 countries. So, we all together must hold the lawmakers accountable for their political decisions. Our governments must work together to manage a just transition away from coal, oil, and gas, the top causes of today's climate crisis. And remember what I'm saying today. Your action today will decide our future tomorrow. My generation is already the victims of today's climate crisis. And I don't want my future generations to face the same consequences again because of our leaders' inaction and empty false promises. We will not allow history to be written by big polluters and empty politicians and greedy politicians who choose profit over our own planet. You can call me crazy, but I believe that we should have the basic rights: the clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, and clean planet to live. We will continue to fight until we achieve our goals. We are unstoppable, another world is possible, and change is possible. A lot of people talk about freedom, but kya hai freedom? What is real freedom? Freedom is when you can protect your land and environment. Freedom is when you can protect your children's future, culture, and health. Freedom is when you can read and write. Freedom is when you are out of hunger. Freedom is when nobody can discriminate you on the basis of caste, creed, color, sex, or any other differences. Freedom is when we are all together in this fight. So fight for your freedom. Thank you. Jai Hind. Sanale Bak Manipur ne yai fare. Thank you once again. Wait, guys, let's shout a slogan, okay? Yes, to show our students' power, to show our youth's power, children's power. I will say climate, you say action. Climate, action. Climate, action. जब मैं climate बोलूँगी, आप सब action बोलोगे. Climate, action. Climate, action. I say climate, you say justice. Climate, justice. Climate, justice. And when I will say, what do we want? You will say climate action. And when I say, when do we want it? You guys will say now. Ready? ठीक है ना? Okay, let's start. I say climate, you say action. Climate. I can't listen. मैं सुन नहीं पा रही. Western youth's power. कहाँ पे चला गया energy? खत्म? Again, with your full spirit, show us your spirit. I say climate, you say action. Climate. Climate. I say climate, you say justice. Climate. Climate. I say climate, you say action. Louder. Climate. Climate. I say climate, you say justice. Climate. Climate. What do we want? Climate action. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Lisipriya. Let us give standing ovation, my dear friends. Let us give standing ovation for her courage, for her conviction, for her dedication, for her devotion. Thank you, Miss Lisipriya. Some people believe in telling the stories, but some people believe in doing things about which stories will be told in time to come.